Yes, we're back. We're back again in Train Sim. We're back again in the UK. We're back again in the HST. After last time having a trip to America land that, well, it didn't go well, really, did it? I thought I'd come back to the UK and I thought, well, what better train to use than the good old HST? And going to take a trip from York, where we currently are, where I currently am, all the way down to Londinium. Via some places, via Doncaster, Retford, Newark, Grantham, Peterborough, Stevenage, and finally into King's Cross. I haven't let people on, so better do that. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're new to my content, welcome indeed. Whaleways. Wow, trains going out. It's going to be one of those. Trains going out on Whaleway Wednesday. On a Monday, currently something from OMSI. On a Friday, God knows what's going to happen on a Friday now. Something on a Friday. A Saturday, some trucking until that finishes. Then I just don't know. And then some things occasionally on a Sunday. So things. It's just things is going to be the thing. So hi Nico, Don, CN, and Dilanaman 10950. Stupid name. Right, let's do the thing into the braking off, and hopefully get some forward movement. Yeah, I know I chose an A. It still doesn't mean it's not stupid. Trucking not on a Fridays on the YouTubes, no, and not on a Fridays on the streams either. Well, apart from this Friday and next Friday, but we won't discuss that. Anyway, right, we're on the move. Off to Doncaster. Why is the train called the Lincolnshire Echo? Isn't that a newspaper? Oh, there's some speeding going on. Okay, we'll do some slowing down then, because otherwise the speeding. So yes, after last week having the calamity, well, pretty much a calamity, in the America land, I thought I just really wanted to do a HST, and there was hunting around for a route to do, and I haven't done this one, so I thought, well, there you go then. That sort of ticks some boxes, kills birds with stones, and whatever else happens. Why would you kill two birds with one stone? Poor birds. You've got to be a good shot, unless they both stood unless they're both together, I suppose, and it's a really big stone. So it could be little tiny birds and a reasonable sized stone. That could be a thing. What went wrong last week? It was American trains. Right, this is the AP version, which I don't know. I'm just not sure. Anyway, 50-mile-an-hour limit. How's the horn? Slightly personal question. Oh, the train. Hang on. It's quite good. Have we got a... No, this is the... Why would you have a view like leaning out the window in a young one's style? I'm looking the wrong way as well. Right. So 90 limit. Currently 31 miles to the Doncasters, so we're due to arrive in the King's Crosses at 2021. It's currently 1807, so 2 hours and 13 minutes away, so a little bit of a trek ahead of us, but that's what we like. The light, it is green. We have the green light. The green light does not spell danger. Why does the red light spell danger? Is that the only word it can spell? Surely it'd be more than one light. You have to have a light in the shape of a D, a light in the shape of an A, and so on and so forth to spell, danger. So surely it'd be red lights that in various shapes of the alphabet. Alphabet? What the hell's an alphabet? Alphabet would spell danger. Anyway. It's evening, but yeah, doing okay. Right, the 125 of the limits is coming up. I'm going to put the game volumes up. There we go. I've done that. Are we stopping at Stevenage? Why would we stop at Stevenage? It's nowhere near the place between the place and the place, isn't it? No, we are. Yes, forget that. No, I'm an idiot. We are stopping at Stevenage. Why was I thinking Stevenage was more east than... I don't know. Geographicals. The outer belt? That's the outer belt I'm thinking of, rather than the inner belt. Let's do the... This is not a drive-by. I know where Steventon is. Stevenage. Because, never been there. I've been to Steventon. Haven't been to Stevenage. I think I should go to every town in the UK that has Stephen in it. Maybe not. What line? The East Coast Mainline. Because it's the East Coast. And it's the main line. It's quite clever with the naming they've done there. It's a thing. Right, we are building up the speeds. We're currently going to arrive 6 minutes late into Doncaster because I was just sat waiting for the stream to start. But it'll be alright. It's the British trains, they're not designed to run on time. What's my termination point? The King's Cross. Because he's not king yet. So technically he's not king, so he can't be cross. The future King's Cross. Although it's called King's Cross. And why is he cross? So when Arnie turns up, he's looking old now. 6 minutes late is actually about 2 hours early in train years. It is. It could be Jesus Cross. Well, no, because the train station would be called Jesus Cross then, wouldn't it? And not King's Cross. Take it, I'm in that kind of mood today. I'm in a really good mood. I've even eaten vegetables today. That's how weird a mood I'm in. But he didn't become king. What? Jesus. Hang on. Jesus. Have you found Jesus? Yeah, he's on this train going to King's Cross. Because he's got the cross. Maybe it's the vegetables that inspire. I'm having them again tomorrow as well. This could be a new me. What type of vegetables? There's some green ones and some orange ones. They haven't got names. They're just green ones. They're just colours. They're just some green ones and some of the orange ones. Peas and carrots. There could be other green ones. Green beans are green. It's green. I could have eaten some broccoli. Could have been cabbage. Could have been what's the one? What's the spinach? Never sprouts. Next thing you know, we're telling us you're eating a salad. Now come on. Easy, tiger. Full speed. Well, not quite full speed. Hi, John. That's a noise. Simha, thank you very much for the... what did you do? You hosted. HST. With the horn. Hang on. There we go. Double hornage. Right, so we're stopping. In case you just joined, where were you? I've been here. We're stopping. We started at the York. Stopping at Doncaster. Donny. Stopping at Donny. Then Retford. Then Newark. Grantham. definitely got to watch the train track between Newark and Grantham. It's not maintained at all. Peterborough, Stephen age 22, and then Jesus Cross. Where do they come from? Can someone explain the birds and the bees to Infamous, please? I was trying to think of what it was we were discussing today. No, I should call you Sam. Sam, thank you very much. 37 of the months. That's a lot of the. That's too. That's wow. You do need help actually, but that's for a whole different reason. Thank you, Sam. Maybe some booze splashed on the line. You never went anywhere near the line. Where did I come from today? Well, I started out in the room next door, and then I've ended up here. So technically, I've come from the room next door to here via some places. Right, 123 of the MPHs with a maximum line speed of 125 of the MPHs. Newark is the only town in Britain with an anagram. O-N-K. Oh, it is indeed. I need to move to Newark. I had to actually spell that out in my head then, because, you know. Right, slow it down a little bit. So we are riding aboard the Lincolnshire Echo. Oh, I was looking out the window. That's a map. Is that? Do I need glasses, or is it actually that blurry? I think it's actually that blurry. Right, 17 miles to the Donny. There's a bus. It's out of focus. Good. Starting to get concerned for a second. Thought, well, I can see this lot. Why can't I see that? That's just weird. Both. That's probably true. ATP data entry. In case of fire, run. Hocus focus. Hocus. No, it's Hocus. Was it? Hang on. Was it Hocus Pocus and the song was Focus? Or was it Hocus Focus and the song was Pocus? Hocus Pocus? It was Hocus Pocus with Focus, wasn't it? Not Hocus, not Focus Pocus. Okay. You've got to keep up. Dear Marker, thank you. Hello. No, you didn't do anything, did you? You just came in and said hello. Well, it did take something. You had to type the H and the E and the L and the O in the keyboard. So that did take, so thank you for doing that. Jeremy Corbyn. What, came from Doncaster? Clarkson Sam? Who's Clarkson Sam? Is someone else we don't know about? And you didn't capitalise the S in Sam. Yeah, I'm just saying. Am I using the Leeds lines merge from ATS? No. Clarkson Sam made shoes. That didn't work. Is it just standard East Coast Mainline thing? I don't plan these things. I knew I wanted to do a UK route today. I knew I wanted to be in the HST today. So I had to just pick something. Jeremy Clarkson came from Donny. What, the same as Jeremy Corbyn? Well, who knew that? Two Jeremys. And Clarkson Sam. See, who knew Doncaster would be this famous on a Wednesday evening? It's quite windy. You think tonight's random? Wait till tomorrow night when we're doing the fire truck, not fire, FIA truck racing thing. They should rename it Jeremy Shire. We'll start a petition. We'll write to Jeremy Corbyn. Dear Mr. Corbyn, I'll finish it later. To use a leads lines merge, it would use the ATS only, which is immeasurably superior. What was that from? Oh, the opening of War of the Worlds. Okay. You don't know a Clarkson Sam. Well, someone mentioned Clarkson Sam earlier. Is he like Fireman Sam, but makes shoes? He's always on the scene, Clarkson Sam. His shoes are nice and clean, Clarkson Sam. Not quite the same. Right, 9.8 7 something of the miles until the Doncaster, where apparently a lot of famous people come from. Just because. If your instep needs a seam, Clarkson Sam. Oh dear. Okay, the green lights, thankfully, because my mind was elsewhere for a second. Are we nearly there yet? No, we are due into the Jesus cross at 2021. It's currently 1818, so a little while. You're gonna make a pepperoni pizza. Make one, or just put one in the oven. Just get all your shoes from Clark's. Oh dear. Well, I used to like you, John. Telling me you wear hush puppies next. 2021 spooky. It's also the year. What? Okay, that didn't make any sense. Right, 6.7 something of the miles. So I can't remember what this thing's like for doing the braking thing. So we'll have to just see how it does the braking thing by doing the braking thing. My finger slipped. That's a green light. I can't believe it's 2022 in 4 months. I haven't finished processing 2020 yet. It's in 4 months. Hang on, 5 months' time. Yeah, we'll be back to work in the new year. Your parents go. So what you're saying, John, is your parents buy you shoes. I just left a moment of silence there. Have you ever heard of the Battle of Bannockburn? I have. Right, 4 miles. Why is it 15 limit? That's got to be wrong, surely. That's better. You're going to the Battle of Bannockburn tomorrow. I think I find it's over, but you can go. There'll be nobody around. I can't go to Clark's. The prices for size 13s are untenable. Ooh, that's a big word. My parents go to shoe shop when I was a kid. Oh, hang on. So you're wearing the same shoes as you were when you were a kid. How small are your feet? Have your feet not grown? Are they just stumps at the end of your legs? Un-13able. Oh, hang on. We've got a thing. JD Sports all the way. No, because that's full of chaps. Alright, let's do some braking. Let's do some more braking. Other things grew. What, like your hands? Okay, a lot of braking. Okay, double yellows. Slow it down, slow it all down. Into Doncaster. Become, hopefully, flashing single yellow. Hi, Skippy. More brake. Okay, we got a green, thankfully. You need bigger hands. Gonna need a bigger boat. Come on, you can do it. Okay, yeah, slowing down isn't really this thing's forte. Wow, just about snuck through the speed limits though. Walking around in their tracksuits, beating women up, robbing old ladies, wearing those stupid bloody tiny bags. Yeah. Right, we made it to Doncaster. Actually, roughly on time. Could be a Christmas thing, can it? Burn a chav for Christmas. Can we find a country that like needs unskilled workers and have a like whip round and send all the chavs there? Because they're all on the dole. Right, anyway, into... but if you're watching this, by the way, and you are a chav... Oh, you won't be watching this because you'll be like a hero to sound the tracksuit. Shop at River Island. I don't want a river or an island. You burn a guy for bonfire night, so why not? That's a colour. SP1KEGRW. I know what it's good. I know. I'm just reading it out properly. Opens the doors. Where do I shop for my foot accessories? Foot accessories? I think the last trainers I bought came from the Adidas store. Because they're Adidas, so that's a thing. I've yet to wear them. There's a thing. Oh, you're not allowed to assume. You've got to be gender neutral. That's still not funny, Peanut. Any lights on? There's a light on. We're trying to save electricity. Right, next stop is Retford. Adidas is the best maker footwear. I prefer Nike, but I saw a pair of Adidas trainers that I liked, bought them, never worn them. Talking about chav, in comes Peanut. Exactly. Right, off to Retford. So after Retford, then we've got Newark, Grantham, Peterborough, Stevenage, and King's Cross. You like Nike footwear? Asked Dad for £113 ones for a joke. I used to buy expensive footwear. Actually, the trainers I wear to work, my ASICs, whatever they're bloody called, they were 90 quid. I got some Merrill walking shoes. They were 100 quid. You do get what you pay for with footwear. Nothing beats Vans. I've somewhere in this house I've got a pair of really comfortable Vans skateboard trainers, and it's like wearing slippers. They are so nice, but I don't know where I put them. If you had shoes, you could wear boots all the time. God no. Right, power. You have some Shoe Zone daps. I bought a pair of shoes from Shoe Zone when I first started this job. I don't wear them very often, but yeah, they're alright. Like 20 quid or something. Right, 16 miles to Retford. Oh, drive by. Well, train by. Roll by. Is that get drives or drives? It's a roll. £6 plus an 18 pack of beer. I like you got your priorities bang on there, Chaos. No, I'm not gonna. No. Your mum would always get trainers from Clark's. I've got some Hush Puppy shoes actually that I wear occasionally for work. You bet some of the branded stuff or some of the old stuff, they've been making them for a while. They know what they're doing. Right, 125 of the MPHs is the limit. We are making our way up towards that. Hi, Aidan. On our way to Retford. Clark's is a bakery. No, Clark's are footwear manufacturers. Twain. You keep telling yourself that, Sam. You'd always get your feet measured. Well, when you're still growing, yes, because you don't know how big your feet are. But when your feet stop growing, you know how big they are, and then therefore you get shoes to match the size of your feet. Well, put Clark's footwear into the Google machine, and it will show you Clark's footwear. Size 13 fur lined. You're a size 9. Well, there's still hope. There'd probably be some more lights I should have put on here, but I didn't, basically. You're a size 8 and stopped growing. Ah. Thankfully, I stopped at size 11, which is probably one of the last sizes where you could just walk into any shop and get footwear. Yeah, I shall look forward to that, Sam. Oh, whistle. Well, horn. Right, 110 limit coming up down here. So we don't need to back off the throttly thing too much. So streams coming up the next few days. Tomorrow night we got some FIA truck racing and multiplayer. Friday night some American trucking, so a bit of a trucking theme the next 2 days anyway. Saturday lunchtime is Police Simulator Patrol Officers, carrying on with that. Saturday evening, some more golf with your friends. Sunday afternoon, back on the farm. Next Tuesday is lawn mowing simulator, which is released on Monday. I will put a first look video out on Monday. I'll stream it Tuesday. And next Wednesday then more Twains. Next Thursday, the return of flight. Going to give the MSFS a go after the major update. And next Friday, more American trucking. Yeah, it depends on the weather. I've got my walking boots in the back of the car, so if the weather's rough for convoy, then yeah, I'll stick my walking boots on. But depends how the weather is. Probably better than the open-toed. Sandals and socks, Sam. Definitely sandals and socks. Oh yeah, sandals, white socks, pulled up above the ankle. Gotta be. If anybody turns up at the meet wearing 3/4 lengths, I will just walk away. Right, 7 miles to Retford. I don't know what age you get to when you go, right, I don't want to wear trainers or shoes, so I'll put my sandals on, but actually no, my feet might get cold, so I'll put socks on. Why? Just no. Just no. That was some close whistlage. So I'm waiting for the age, which, you know, chaos is obviously there already, when you start looking at a cardigan. When you think, oh, that's practical. It's got a zip. I got somewhere to put my hanky, or my little pack of, you know, Kleenex. It's lovely. So I haven't got there yet. Makes you look like an American tourist. Yes. Your baseball cap on backwards as well. A 4-button cardie. Oh yeah. Would you walk away if Don turned up like a leprechaun? I would wet myself if Don turned up like a leprechaun. Has to be beige, and I'll pocket for Worthingtons. Yeah, your Worthingtons in one pocket, your hanky in the other. And patches on the elbows. Right, 5 miles to Retford. Braking wasn't a huge thing coming into Doncaster, so we need to be careful coming into Retford. You almost forgot to say, uh-oh, this can only end well. You've uninstalled X-Plane? What did everyone have for dinner? Continental snaffle. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. I was trying to think of what it was. I would have called you Snaffle Alpha Mike, but I couldn't remember what it was called. I had a casserole for my dinner, hence the vegetables. You might have slowed down. Ah, it's fine. I'll just back off the throttlage a little bit. You had sweet chili chicken pizza. Oh, nice. Yes, I've got the remainder of my casserole tomorrow as well. You had mince and cheese dumplings. Sounds nice. Was there a coloured light then that I sort of missed? That wasn't yellow. That was yellow. I'm screwed. Well, actually, we're not in the Korea thing. You do need to download Pro Evo 19. Yes. Pineapple on pizza. No. yeah, some random games coming up over the next few weeks on a Thursday. Tomorrow we've got some truck racing. Next Thursday sees a return of flight. Thursday after that, potentially, possibly, might be The Sims 4. Then we got some Pro Evo Soccer. Then we've got Ranch Sim. Then we're going to do some Minecraft. And then some other things as well. Tenants. So that's going to be a single player thing. Right, track change. Yes, Sam. Just for the lols more than anything else. No, never, never, never that. Right, in we come to Retford. So changing track to go down here. There we go. Actually, nice bit of gentle braking coming in. I'm following, I'm subbing for that one. Okay. Yeah, some Assetto Corsa as well. We'll do. Just trying to chuck a mixture of things in on a Thursday. Some will stick. Some will just be a one-off. Like the FIA truck racing, quite like that. So that's coming back. We're going to do some Day of Infamy again in a couple of months' time. Yeah, some of the stuff will stick around. Yeah, I quite like Assetto Corsa. The only pain with it is it's not easy to switch tracks when you're on a server. That's why I've been toying with doing some Forza 7. Because at least you can just switch tracks and cars and stuff really simply. Right, we have arrived at Retford. And to prove it, here we are. It's typically quite windy at God, I can't speak. Windy Wetford. Because that's the thing. Right, Newark Northgate is next. We're actually roughly on time, I think. Oh no, we're due in at 18:53. We're going to arrive at 18:57. So a little bit late, it's fine. Right, off with the brakes. Windy in Wetford, it is. Wet in Windyford. Since the AP version, it just doesn't sound... I'm sure I say this every time I'm in the MTU version of the AP version of the HST. That was a thing. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Did I swap it out? So it's maybe the standard version. I don't know. No, it said the AP version. It could be. It might be. I don't know. It's a train. It's a HST. I'm 100% sure it's definitely a HST. Maybe. Well, I'm just speeding by a little tiny bit. It's 1 mile an hour. Let me off that. Oh, now it gives me 120 limit. Fine. Come on in. Power. Just because. Not very much coming the other way, though, is there? We've seen, what, one train between York and Newark. I think it would have been slightly busier than that. maybe. So what did we do? Last time we did America. Time before that we did the London to Brighton, wasn't it? No, 5 Circle Line we've done recently. London to Brighton we've done recently. We've done the Cardiff thing. There isn't much like east of London, is there? It's Forza Horizon 4. I'm really itching to do Forza Horizon 4. Problem is, because there's only like 3 or 4 of us that play it, at the moment, one of those 3 or 4 of us has broken... I'm sure he's broken it. Has got a broken install. So it sort of limits how many people then we have to do it. And you can't really do that with like 3 people. So it'll return once we've got people that have got a working version of it. Which is a pain, because I've now got it working perfectly on my PC. But Forza Horizon 5 comes out in November, so I'm sure we'll make the switch to that. Who broke it? Name and shame them. They know who they are. So yeah, November we got Forza Horizon 5 and Farm Sim 22 coming out. So November's going to be quite busy. I'm sure by then there'll be some things added to ETS2 Convoy. Are they in the chat now? They haven't spoken for a while. If they are, they may still be watching. So yeah, it's some interesting stuff coming up over the next few months. I think now a lot of sort of gaming companies are sort of getting people back in the office and working together. We'll start seeing some content pushing out. Oh, 5M. That was the other thing we're doing over the next few months. We're going to do some 5M. Hopefully we should have the PMDG by then, potential saviour of MSFS. Oh yeah, Don's got a little train. Don, by the way, who will be at the meetup in 2 weeks' time. It's getting closer. You had a gold train. It was stolen from you. Right, 13 miles to Newark North Gate. Is there a Newark South Gate, East Gate and West Gate? Had is past tense, doesn't count. Exactly. We'll believe you, Sam. Just agree with him. It makes him happy. Just agree with him. Yes, Sam. You had a gold train, Sam. Yeah. Well, I bet it was lovely. Let's have a look outside. Oh, well. Slightly dangerous if a train comes the other way, isn't it? Okay, Sam. All right. Tecchini. Bloody northerners. Right, 111 of the miles an hour. 112 of the miles an hour. It's like calling you Cartman. Slow Stephen without a PH. Yes, it's Stephen without a PH. So Steen then. Steen. Just call me Steen. S-T-E-N. the name Steam. Stephen PH. Sounds like some sort of detective or defective. A defective detective. Not private eye, private high. Detective on a stepladder. Well, don't mention that in here. We've got a whole chat room devoted to that. Right, 8.5 miles. So we got Newark. So we failed at... Oh, guys, this is a good start, isn't it? We failed at York. We failed at Doncaster. We failed at Retford. We're probably going to fail at Newark. We'll fail at Grantham. Train. We'll fail at Peterborough. Then Stevenage. Then and King's Cross. Here, get off my farm. Right, 7 miles. So why don't you clean this window? Can I, is there a... Okay. That was the thing. How did I fail? I stopped. So I was late. So it's going well. It is going as well as normal, basically. So it does sound quite nice when it powers down. Right, 5 miles. I know I've said this before. The electrification, electrification. It might be good, but they just look so bloody ugly. It's ruining. It's a blot on the landscape. And we don't need them because we are a diesel. We don't need your fancy electrified lines. There's no life in electric trains. No. And in 20 years' time, when they realise that hydrogen is the future, and then they rip all the electric lines down again, how much is that going to cost? Right, still getting green lights. Not that anybody could have leapt out of the way at the speed I was doing towards that crossing, but, you know, got to make an effort. I was just thinking there was a TV show called that, wasn't there? Hi, Matthew. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Right. Oh. Speed limity changey thing. Maybe you spotted a spotter and tooted for him. I did. I gave him a wave while he writted down the number as I whizzed past. Braking. Right, into Newark Northgate. There we go, we're fine. Maybe. More of the braking. Just some more of it. Just in case. Just maybe. Oh, it's fine. It's just perfect. Might even get most of the train on the platform. Maybe we were due in at 1853 or 18... actually, we're early. We're due in at 1853.30. It's 1852.33 currently. I'm just... Twain! That obviously wasn't stopping at Newark. Should we stop? Let's stop about there. Yeah, thankfully, which is why I try and avoid doing career scenarios on train sim, because I'm likely to run a red light, as I did last week when I ran 3 of them. Oh yeah, hang on, that is impressive actually. The time in the game matches real time. Okay, that's see, I am just so good at this. That was planned and everything. Not for you watching on YouTube, but not that anyone's got this far on YouTube, but right, the Granthams is where the Thatcher came from. Not the people that do the straw roof things. So yeah, we're due into... that's actually quite cool. I haven't just noticed... Well, Nico noticed it. So we're due into King's Cross at 2021. Well, there you go. The cider people. Yeah, they come from Grantham. Grantham wasn't also a catalogue. Was it? Did the train fit in the station? Yes, 100%. May not have looked at the other end, but yeah, of course it did. Because I'm just so good at this. Right, speeding up to the 100 Grattan. That's the one. I used to have that when I was a kid. K's catalogues. Everything was like so much per week, wasn't it? You think, oh look, you can have this brand new sofa delivered at only like sort of £7 a week for the next like 8 years. Clean easy. Yes. And obviously for the ladies, the Avon makeup thing. Right, speeding up slowly towards the 125, and Grantham is our next station stop. Let's give it a little toot. So yeah, trains certainly staying. I think, well, I said this the other day, trains is the only thing that's got a set day as far as streams and YouTube that isn't going anywhere. So we'll always do Train Sim on a Wednesday, both on YouTube and on Twitch. Hopefully some exciting new stuff to bring you over the coming months in form of trains. Grantham, literally the most boring place in the Midlands. Yeah, I've been around Grantham town, or Asda, to Asda at Grantham a few times. Not the most exciting place. You remember Hofmeister, Follow the Bear. Where is Grantham? south between Newark and Peterborough. Been to Peterborough. Went to Truck Fest at Peterborough a couple of years ago. On a very hot day. And the furry one was there, being followed around by lots of idiots, basically. Is there such a thing as as exciting Asda? We've got an Asda Walmart here in Swindon, which is huge. Ferrets, yes, followed around by ferrets. Nutty furries. Okay. Right, speeding up towards 125. And then Grantham, Peterborough, some other places. Did we fail? Oh, we got a tick. We got a tick at Newark Northgate. Yay! So Grantham, Peterborough, Stephen Age, 22, and then the King's Cross. They just want the stuff he gives away. Oh, crap, I haven't got to do... No. It is where the... That's what we said earlier. That's where the Thatchers come from. Thatcher comes from. You have an Asda Walmart. How different is that to Asda? Bigger and stocks more things. More Germany routes. Yeah, I haven't done much in Germany actually for ages. That's not a bad shout actually. Same with France. I haven't done much in France. I think it's more of the Wakayama and Shakira line that I could probably do. Won't be rushing back to America after last week. Need to try and get our pacer somewhere else as well. That needs to be a thing. I thought Walmart ditched Asda. No, Asda's still called Asda. I've been there for about 4 years, but I'm sure it's still called Asda Walmart. Walmart sold Asda to a different company. It used to be called Asda Walmart, so I haven't been over that side of town for a long time. Right, 6.5 miles to go to Grantham. Do they still sell George? They do sell George clothing. Chaos going out there with the trendy brands. Right, 115 limit, so do the slowing down. It's definitely windy on the East Coast. Hey, don't knock M&S. I got some nice shirts from M&S. I think my last suit I bought came from M&S as well. Yeah, not wrong with George. Right, speed back up again because I slowed down too much of the slowing down. 15 mile an hour? No, just no. There we go, 115 mile an hour. Most of your chav gear comes from Littlewoods. I realise they sold branded stuff. Good long johns. Oh, I do like a long john. I used to wear a lot of long johns on the motorbikes. Hello, Twain. Tunnel. Edinburgh Mill. I don't think we got one of those here. Right, 100. So a little bit of break. 2 miles to go. You just found the best biscuits. Nice biscuits. Yeah, you can't dunk them though. Had a cup of tea and some custard creams when I came in from work today, which is rather pleasant. I do like a good malted milk, but again, you've got like half a second in the cup when you dunk them, otherwise you end up with a cup full of malted milk. Right, into Grantham we come. Littlewoods are still online. A bit like Debenhams. I used to quite like going to Debenhams here because you get all sorts of brands in one shop, but they've gone now. Bourbons with a custard cream middle. Bourbons. That I like a bourbon. I like a custard cream. Rich tea. I do like a rich tea. Yeah, I do like a chocolate digestive as well. Good for dunking. But most people eat a chocolate digestive upside down. Because you eat a chocolate digestive, you have it with the chocolate on the top, correct? You should be eating it with the chocolate on the bottom. Because that's where obviously your tongue, that's where you will taste the chocolate, not on the roof of your mouth. So you should eat it with chocolate on the bottom. Yeah. No one ever does. Right, arriving at Grantham. You have the chocolate facing you. What if you stood on your head? So milk chocolate hobnob. That's just the peak of biscuit. Right, passengers on and off. Did we fit on the station? Yes, we did. Chocolate is actually on the bottom of Jaffa cakes. Yeah, but no one ever eats a Jaffa cake with the sponge bit on the top, do they? Again, you eat the Jaffa cake with the chocolate on the top. Well, you just pop it all in whole. Who eats a Jaffa cake? Like, who goes like half moon and then... No, you just pop it all in. I won't eat digestives after I found out they're for the digestive system. So you won't eat something that helps you. Okay. Right, we have arrived at Grantham. We're about to leave Grantham. Heading for the place that's after Grantham, which I can't remember. Peterborough, just told me that. Right, Peterborough is next. Off with the brakes, on with the acceleratory. Peter's brother, exactly. It's called Simon. Is the same time as in yes, we said this earlier. 1907. It's about with a stream delay. Actually, it's pretty close. 1906 for me currently, so it's about a minute out. That's close enough. does sound quite nice though. That lovely little whistle in the background. Right, 28 miles to Peterborough. We make our way down towards London. So finishing up this journey at King's Cross. Don't know why it's cross. Maybe he got out the wrong side of the bed and stopped his toe. Maybe he got attacked by a lion in his sleep. There's various reasons a king can be cross. Because you got to be careful of lions when you're sleeping. What's the biggest railway station in the UK? I've got no idea. Type that into Google. Right, as we do the acceleratory, because that's the word, up to the 115 of the miles an hour. King's Cross, is it? Well, there you go. Is it the longest platform in the UK? I can't remember which one it is. Either Gloucester or Cheltenham, isn't it? One of those. Sorry, Waterloo. I'm now thinking of ABBA. I won't sing it, obviously, because I'll get copyright striked. Alright, a nice trip on down to Peterborough. So we got a tick at Grantham. So Peterborough, Stevenage, and then finally King's Cross, which is still 102 miles away. So we're due to arrive in King's Cross in about an hour and 10 minutes time. Which means we need to average over 60 miles an hour. No, over 100 miles an hour. Duh. All the way down to King's Cross. Just considering it's taken us 3 miles to get to 100 miles an hour. Tunnel! Does sound quite nice in a tunnel as well. It is a real shame these things aren't running anymore. I'm sure they'd have had more life left in them, but obviously they're not accessibility compliant. Was part of the reasons they were withdrawn. Same with the Pacer. Too much money to retrofit them. It's a shame never got to go on a Pacer before they came out of service. So I have to go and find one on a historic line somewhere. There's some still in Scotland, and I know they're running still between Plymouth and Penzance. Shorter versions, like 4-car versions, I think. So they're still running down there because it's not electrified. So I would like to go on one more time. Be one for next year. All right, accelerating towards 125, 21 miles to go until we get to the Peterboroughs. Yeah, well, I don't think, we said this before, that none of the current trains, you won't get the Azumas, you won't get the Voyagers, you won't get any of these trains will still be around in 50 years' time. None of them. Yet these things, 50 years after they entered service, pretty much, still running. Still in everyday service, and running at 125 miles an hour. It's just such a well engineered and very last minute. It was only designed to be a stopgap as well. It was never intended to be a long-term train. It was designed to be a stopgap until the HST, the APT was ready. So it's designed very last minute and put into service just as a temporary thing, but then just did so well. And I get the whole electrification, that it's better for the environment. The trains are quieter, smoother, better interiors. Accessibility is there that isn't on some of these older stuff, but it's just, again, I think we feel the same. Well, those of us of a certain age, 22, these were the icons. These are the trains that we grew up with and have travelled on. It was probably the same when steam got withdrawn back in the 60s. And got replaced by diesel. Those people that travelled on steam were just saying, oh, they're just not the same. And there'll be, when electric gets replaced by hydrogen, because that's going to be the thing, people that are fans of electric will go, oh, it's not the same. So yeah, everything has moments, but the fact that these things were still reliable, still dependable, still running in daily service, it's sort of just goes to show how well they're done. Sod the environment, give me fumes of death. Stick a pentagram on top of the old ones. Isn't that the thing made out of salt that you use it when you're sacrificing a goat? And I think accessibility was part of the issue as well. Yeah, give me diesel fumes every day. Oh, the Valenta engine on this, it's just one of those like noises. If you're stood at a station and one of these just pulls out of the station, just that engine winding up, you don't get that with electrics, whatever they are called. Pantograph. Would I buy an electric car? Yes. And again, I think until hydrogen becomes the norm, and electric isn't going to be the future for cars, it will be hydrogen. Until that becomes the norm, I think hybrid is the way to go initially. Electric, once the charging infrastructure becomes better, once the charging times become better, which they will, battery technology is improving. When you can get to a point where, again, it won't be battery, when you can pull into a fuel station, fill up your hydrogen tank with hydrogen, and then pull out again, and knowing you've got 600 or 700 miles range, then everyone will embrace the technology. Until then, yes, electric cars have their place, yes, you can use them on long journeys if you factor in that stopping time. Yes, I would have one, but not yet. Batteries are rubbish. Not necessarily, Peanut. There are Teslas out there with hundreds of thousands of miles on, and Nissan Leafs out there with hundreds of thousands of miles on, and Priuses on their original battery packs. Certainly Priuses. But the batteries will deteriorate over time, but you just get less range. The vehicle's still usable. Yeah, the Hindenburg, a well-known success. Well, exactly. Duracell just brought a new battery, the Super AA. Last time I bought any batteries. Right, 9 miles to go until we get to the Peterboroughs. Not sure why hybrids and electric cars use fancy digital. Digital displays aren't fancy. The bunny never stops. Well, is it like the rabbit? No, hang on. Anyway, analog speedos and stuff. Right, speed up, 7 miles to go. Yeah, my next car will probably be another diesel, but after that, who knows? Battery or hydrogen or hybrid, not sure. Right, 124 from top speed of 125. It's just, I don't know, even the fact that we've only got a little bit of engine noise behind us, because the engine is literally behind us. It just feels, it's just something. Not that anybody's got this far on YouTube, but if you have, well done. There'll be links in the description below to not only where you can get this line for Train Sim, but also to the Discord server and to the Twitch page, where you can watch this stuff live every Wednesday night. Not the same thing, obviously, because that'd just be like a repeat, but yeah, different things. And other things are the days, Tuesday to Sunday. Currently 6 PM starts until October, then it will revert back to the old 7 PM starts. Right, 2.9 miles or 2.8 miles until we get to Peterborough. The fat controller has arrived. Alright, slow it down. We approach Peterborough. At speed. So Peterborough, then Stevenage, and then King's Cross. So far, a nice easy run. Not been caught out with any yellows. So clear track in front of us. That's warning me of the speed limit change. Are we going to overrun? I hope not. We'll be grand. And into Peterborough we come. Still windy. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad with a stoppage. Okay, if the driver wants to get out, he could go. There's a little walkway through the side of the engine. Bit inconvenient, but you know, he could do it. Open the doors. Why didn't they open? Why did the doors only... What's going on? Okay, not all of the doors open. I could have stopped it further back, actually. It's fine. So yes, 3 stops to go, although we got a fair trek. We are due into King's Cross at 2021. So 76 miles to King's Cross. Currently it says 1923. We're about a minute ahead game time compared to real time, which is quite clever. And we're actually here early, which is going to hold us for a minute or so, because I'm that efficient at driving the train that I've arrived with the earliness without too much of the speeding. Nobody wants to get off. No, I think they want to get off. No one wants to get on. Hasn't been too bad. I haven't been treating my passengers badly. There's been no... I haven't overshot any stations. I haven't been any excessive braking. Hasn't been any speeding. Well, not much. Something will go wrong in the next hour before we get to the Cross Kings. And then, yeah, tomorrow night, some FIA truck racing. Friday night, some American trucking in ATS. Saturday lunchtime is some police simulator patrol officers. Saturday night, back with some golf with your friends. Sunday lunchtime, back on the farm. And next Tuesday, lawn mowing simulator. A first look at that. Wednesday, more trains. Next Thursday, some flight in the MSFS. Next Friday, more American trucking. And next Saturday, I've got no idea. Haven't thought that far ahead yet. Yeah, definitely arrived too early at Peterborough. We will let the people get on and off the train. Needs more smoke. It's like it's running too well. Needs more clag. Just just that shape, it just looks so good. You know, considering what came before it, you know, flat-fronted, the Blue Series diesel engines, that they had this pointed shape. Obviously, this bit removed, and then you could connect trains together. But it's just such a impressive feat of engineering. They look weird. If you ever seen one travel without the carriages, so if you've ever just seen this engine moving on its own, it looks odd. It's like, what? No, no, it shouldn't be on its own. Obviously, it runs as a pair. One at that end and one at this end, so it can go in both directions. Right, time is ticking forwards until we depart Peterborough and make our way to Stevenage. Both directions, lucky train. The train is named after a newspaper. Indeed. Echo, 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 echo. Right, 48 miles to Stevenage. That's some miles. What is Stephen's age? 22. I think there's a paper called LNER. No, this bit, chaos. That bit. Or it could be that there's a newspaper called Danger Overhead Live Wires. Stephen's age is 48. It is not. How dare you? How dare you, sir? I'm not bloody 50. Sod off. There we go, picking up speed. Which is a good thing, otherwise we'd be sat back in Peterborough. You say 42. It's close. Right, 105 limit, increasing to 115 limit down here. And then hopefully we'll get back up to a 125. And then a bit of a trek down to Stevenage, where we're due 1957. Chaos remembers that year. But our ETA is 2004. Too many beers. See, I don't mind other trains that just don't accelerate quickly, and this can seem really slow. This is just, it is what it is. You just set the throttle at max and just sit back and relax. So it's a nice, well, it's like summer's evening, because it's not getting dark yet. So roughly the right time of year, roughly the right time of day. That's quite cool, actually, how the times are within a minute of each other, real time and game time. So you're going to start thinking about this year's long train trip. Every year over the Christmas period, I do a long train journey. A couple of years ago, it was Paddington to Penzance in a Pacer, which was 7.5 hours, I think it was. Last year was Edinburgh to London in a Pacer. This year, don't know, Paddington to Tokyo. It could take a while. I was thinking of something I could do like in a day. Not like, have to start now. I have time off. I have 2 weeks off for Christmas. Brighton to Inverness. It's what's possible as far as the connected routes to do it in one. I'm thinking maybe do Penzance to Paddington. But I'd love to do it in the 2-car thumper because that's just pornographic. But we will see what can be achieved. And then stopping at every station like we did on the way down. Right, 100-mile-an-hour limit. Aha, we got 125-mile-an-hour limit coming up. So yeah, it does sound quite nice. You can just about hear the engine spooling up. Don't know why I was thinking, because they're crossing down here, look. Getting people to get out the way. Another twain. Boo, hiss. One of those modern bloody electricity things. Right, all the powers. Still windy. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, 40 miles from Stevenage, where we're due in at 1957, which is in real time, because, we're that good. And then King's Cross, where we're due in at 2021. And there we will end. Because that's the end, that's where we're going. Otherwise, I'd just be sat there at King's Cross Station going, okay, what now? (111) of the miles an hour. That was a thing across the track. I could have decapitated myself on that. One more quick route. No, this will be it for today. I'll do some longer streams over the next month. I've got some time off in September. I'll be taking a couple of days out from streaming to rip my computer room apart. But then I'll do a couple of longer streams those days. Obviously got a bank holiday coming up in 3 weeks' time. Bank holiday Monday. So going to do a long, possibly a long farm sim stream on that Sunday. And if my MSFS doesn't die on me next Thursday, I might start bringing back in some late night flights. So after our normal Saturday stream, to do some late night flying. And then I want to start, certainly next year, there'll be more of a structure like we've got at the moment with trains on a Wednesday. I want to get a set sort of structure to, not necessarily the game, but the type of games to stream on set days. So single player will be on certain days, multiplayer will be on certain days. If trucking continues to improve, once we get pro mods into the convoy thing, then that's going to keep it interesting on a Friday, doing some trucking. Hopefully that appears by the end of the year. Say, doing these random things on a Thursday adds a bit of variety. Some of them will stick, some of them won't. But I quite like doing the odd bit of single player. Shame there wasn't the route from Dundee to Penzance. Yeah, we've done Dundee to Penzance, but we had to split it up into lots of streams, didn't we? And got all the way down there, a roaming driver thing. Glad to see Dylan's on the ball. Thank you, Dylan. Right, about to hit 125. It's Mr. Helicopter. Good evening. Right, back it off a little bit. Hi, SC GTV. "32 miles to go." Yeah, I know, it's a stupid name. I just got used to the last one. You nearly crashed your bus for that. That's not good. You're driving for the company as well, where our ratings have dropped since yesterday, so you're obviously causing us issues. Another stupid electric train. Perfect watching material for dinner. Indeed you do. So yes, the OMSI stream a week on Tuesday is going to be Londinium, which went so well when we tried it yesterday. Or it didn't go well. It's one of those. Right, 120 limit. Still windy. It's not really a whistle, it should be a H for horn. So yeah, I want to start trying some different parts of the world in Train Sim. Predominantly been doing UK stuff because I sort of know the UK stuff. But like I've done the Heidi Express and really like that. The Wakayama and Shakira line, I quite like that. America is just odd. So I'll certainly look at doing some German stuff, some French stuff, maybe some more Japanese stuff. over the coming weeks. So a bit of a global tour. Try the big boy. Well, yeah, I don't really do much Steam, so that's another thing. I've done the A4, I've done the little like Steam trains on the Isle of Wight and stuff, but I don't really dabble much in Steam. I don't do much freight because I don't like shunting. I just find it quite boring. So passenger stuff's the stuff I enjoy. But I want to start looking at like newly released routes and things, which I don't really do. So I'm going to start trying to plan some of the streams a bit better, because I currently, well, don't basically. Right, 24 miles to go to Stevenage. Another train. Definitely getting busier as we're getting closer to London. Organisation. Well, you know, over the last few months, you can, like in Train Sim, and I've been doing the last few months, there's a way of you being able to find out what route this is. In every game I stream now, you can type !game in chat and it will give you a link to the game. You know, I've been trying to get a bit more organised. You don't like London, too many people. I don't mind London for a day. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I'd love to see a lot more Irish routes. I don't know if are there any Irish routes for Train Sim? I don't know if there are. Because the route between Dublin and Belfast would be quite nice to do. I'll have to have a look. We can ask the Leprechaun when he comes to the meet-up in 2 weeks' time. If he doesn't turn up with something that just shouts like, you know, if he doesn't go to the gift shop at Belfast Airport and get something really cheesy Irish, then I'm going to be quite disappointed. Can we do !ballet so we can get the same ballet gear as me? It's expensive stuff. It's the shoes. It's the pointy shoes. They're expensive. All the theatres are open again now. Is there a route between Leprechaun and Top of the Morning? Yeah, because those are places in Ireland. Like a potato and a Guinness. I am going to buy him a pint of Guinness at the show, just because, you know, that's obviously what they're brought up on. It's like every time you see a Scotland person, wow, because they're called Scotland persons. Every time you see a Scotland person, they only drink Iron Brew. That's it. That's all they drink. Welsh people only eat leeks. Anyone from the East End of London only eats cockles. That's cockles with an LES on the end. Everyone around where Chaos lives has just got a bit of straw hanging out their mouth. Iron Brew and haggis. It is. You got to be careful with them haggis. You got to catch them in season. England drinks tea. We do like our tea. Anybody from Yorkshire eats puddings? Yeah. Anyone from around the Melton Mowbray area? Pork pies? Grimsby, fish. What about Swindon? Well, it gets its name from pigs. It's called Swindon because we're in a valley, and it originally it derives from swine down. Farmers used to bring their swine down from the hills around here, down into the valley in winter to protect them. So it came from swine down. So pigs. Anyone from Wiltshire? Well, that's me as well. I do like a bit of Wiltshire ham. I like a baked quail tart as well. Oh, yeah, Chelsea bun. Yeah, not a fan of Eccles cakes, but yeah, Chelsea bun. I've never been to one of those places that's, orientated around the place. I've told you my story of going to Dundee the other year and not being able to buy a Dundee cake. Most disappointed. I've never been to Bakewell, never been to like Melton Mowbray, for those places that are famous for a thing, because I should imagine it's just full of shops that all sell the same thing. You go around London and around the tourist districts around Trafalgar Square, it's just full of souvenir shops all selling London tat. A bit like Blackpool, it's kiss me quick hats and real cheesy, gifty like stuff. But yeah, I've never been to one of those places that is known for a thing. Devon and Cornwall eat scones, exactly. Oh, Cornish proper Cornish pasty. Oh. Yeah, I need to get back down to Cornwall. I do like Cornwall. Plenty of Dundee cakes in Whitehall Street in Dundee. Well, I was around by the churchy thing, where there's like the shopping centre, enclosed shopping centre. Found the Scottish kilt shop. Walked down to the harbour where Matey Boy's ship is. Was that Dundee? Might not be Dundee. And I was looking around. I thought it's Dundee. There's got to be a shop selling Dundee cake. He went to a local Tesco's and said, "Excuse me, you got any Dundee cake?" And the guy looked at me as if to say, "What?" So it was disappointed. Not that I was eating it. I was going to eat it, but I was going to buy it as a present. I could have brought a tartan skirt in Dundee. I could have done. I did take a picture of the kilt shop. Yeah, I quite like Dundee. Perth's quite nice as well. I stayed just outside Perth. It was quite like that. So I'd got to go back to Edinburgh again because I went while the festival was on. That was a big mistake. Perth, Australia. I'd love to go there, but no, we're Perth, Scotland. Right, 8.5 miles to Stevenage. So a nice, good run. Runs like this always makes me wish that there was a like Edinburgh, because this line does go. It splits, I think. There's Edinburgh to York, and then you do York to London. I don't think there's a scenario on this one that does it the whole thing. That would have taken a while. A bit too much for a Wednesday evening. I've had any of my cornettos yet? No. Surprisingly. I probably won't. They'll probably just sit in the freezer for years. Till I get someone visit me on a hot day, I can go, ha ha, I have a cornetto. Just one cornetto, give it to me. Delicious ice cream made at the Walls factory in Gloucester. Hasn't quite got the same ring to it as Italy. They've got smaller. I bought a Mars bar the other day. A, it was like about 80p. And B, it was tiny. It's ridiculous. It's like bags of crisps. It's just like, you get like 3 crisps in the bottom of a bag of Walkers now. Sugar Tax is a great album, actually by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, who are touring. So I found out the other day. One of my bucket list bands to go and see. Anyway, that was a random segue, and not the stand-up scootery thing that you can't fall off of. Do you know the inventor of the Segway died by riding his Segway off a cliff? There you go. We had VIP tickets and met OMD at the Colston Hall back in 1989. They're still going now. Yeah, I looked the other day, see if went on Ticketmaster, and they're touring. I think they're playing Birmingham in November. Might go and see them. OMD want to see obviously Joe Bonamassa, he comes here next year, and Supertramp. Love to go and see Supertramp. Okay, lots of braking. I'll get another 70s weekend at Butlins. Yeah, I imagine they're brilliant. 70s. I knew what you meant. Lots of the braking. I think we might overshoot the platform. Oh, see, we're getting commuter trains now, look. Shows we're getting closer to London. That was actually quite a good bit of braking there. All the passengers are now shoved to the front of the carriages because of the heavy braking, but it's fine. Does that mean your wife will be late getting to Glasgow? Yes. In fact, this train's going to King's Cross. If she's on here, she's going to be really late. And stop. And nearly all the train on the platform. See, look how ugly that thing is. Just compared to that, which I'm sorry, but just no. And it makes a stupid noise when the doors don't open. How are people getting on and off that train? At least my door's open. And proper slam doors as well. it's because the other one is just temporary fan mod. Nobody has modeled it properly. When it's still, don't come on here with your common sense. It's weird. It's not as nice as a HST, and no. How dare you say otherwise? Right, King's Cross is our next and final stop. Thanks for Train Sim Streams. You brought back my love of the game, a passion for station announcements. I'm sorry, what now? You were fine right up until the and then, I'm sorry, you just turned from okay to oh. Yeah, don't be spamming, because spammy, you said yo. Yeah, it doesn't like, if you said yo 4 times, if you used an emoji, then the Nightbot doesn't like them. It's emojiist. Right, 125 is the limit of the speeds on this section of the trek. So we started our journey this evening in York at 18:02, which is actually on time. Then went Doncaster, Retford, Newark, Grantham, Peterborough, Stevenage, where we just left, and now on to King's Cross, where we are due to arrive at 2021. And current time in game is about a minute out from actual real time, because we are that good. No, that was Nightbot caught that one. The next station is King's Cross. Please remember to take your belongings with you. Well, or just leave on the train. You forgot how much you used to play this game as a kid. And yeah, it just got betterer and betterer, because that's proper English. Looks so cool, it really does. When you pulled up to that station panel, the memories flooded back to me. Yeah, it's just one of those sims for me. I just find it so relaxing and so enjoyable. I never get bored with it, because each journey's different, each train's different, each route's different, unless you're doing the same one over and over again, of course. It's just, yeah, the last few months I've just regained my spark for it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it. It's I really look forward to a Wednesday. It's just relaxing for me. Enjoying trucking again currently as well. Obviously in convoy that we're doing, having some AI traffic getting in the way is quite good. And say on a Thursday now we're trying some different content, so that keeps life interesting. But yes, plenty of Railway Wednesdays to come. Right, 125 limit we currently are, dropping down to a 115 limit with 23 miles to go. So I should imagine the speed will drop as we get closer to London. We may get caught by a few lights as well. So yeah, next week we'll see if we can jump to another country, maybe something in Germany. and see what we can find. So if you're in a Discord server, which there will be a link to coming along, well, there is one on the screen actually, if you scroll up a little bit, and you know of any decent routes, scenarios, anything you can recommend, do post them in the train section of the Discord. Myself and other train enthusiasts are always looking for new and interesting routes to look at, and obviously join the Discord community to be there with other sim game enthusiasts, not just trains but trucks, buses, coaches, planes, and all others as well. Alright, slight downhill grade, so we'll back the power off a little bit. I've been blamed 125 times. There you go, that's quite apt. Oh, 20 miles to go till we arrive at King's Cross. Well, I've slowed it down a bit. Our ETA is currently 2024, so we are going to be arriving a few minutes late. But that's fine. We're in no hurry. Yeah, hopefully going to arrange a meetup, maybe even December, because I'm still struggling to do something in December, which it could be good to combine the two. I was looking to do something at like a Christmas market, but also really want to go to York Railway Museum, which I've never been to. So might combine the two in December and arrange a meetup in York and do a Christmas market and the Railway Museum in one. So the Railway Museum during the day and then a Christmas market in the evening. So I'll investigate that and post some details in the Discord. And then hopefully next year, as things start getting back to normal, fingers crossed, we'll get the Insomnia Gaming Festival back on at the NEC in at Easter. We should get the Flight Sim show back next year at Cosford, and hopefully Convoy in the Park again in August. I'll try and do something and arrange a meet-up where possible during the week of my birthday in February. So something every 2 months. Alright, so slowing it down. 14 miles to go. So I'm expecting some yellows as we come in. I doubt if it will be just a straight run, all greens in, but you never know. Oh, there we go, we got 100. On with the brakes. The Chelsea Flower Show do a farming walk around in Harrogate. Yeah, I'd love to go to a proper farm show, because obviously with Farm Sim sparking interest in farming equipment, I think it'd be quite cool to go to a proper agricultural show. Well, we'll see how the meetup goes in 2 weeks' time. 21st of August, we got a meetup at Donington Racetrack for Convoy in the Park. So truck racing, Citroen C1 racing, pickup truck racing, all sorts of racing going on, but also truck displays, so static show trucks and stalls and fun fair and live music. So that's 21st of August, where there's quite a few of us now attending. It's actually going to be our biggest meetup we've ever done, which is awesome, but also slightly scary. Right, 10 miles to go. There's a farming museum in York. Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, some of the older stuff's cool, but I'd like to go to a proper agricultural show. I'm sure there's one down Chaos's way, Shepton Mallet Showground. I should have to have a look on the Googles. Bath and West show. Yeah, does that have new like farming stuff? I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to end up buying like Tractor magazine or something, aren't I? How's everyone's day been? Really good, actually. Today had a really enjoyable day. It's farm stuff and sheep for our Welsh cousins. There. I'll have to have a look and see when that's on. Right, 8 miles to go. I'm not in an M&M styly. So I know I'm going slower than I should. But don't want to get caught out by any lights. Another ugly train coming the other way. Enjoyable route this has been, actually. Quite a quick couple of hours. It was a long 10.5-hour day. Ouch. I was actually working this afternoon. Well, I was working this afternoon, but not at work. That makes sense. Right, a 95 coming up down here, although we're well under that. Ease our way into London. So yeah, tomorrow night something completely different. I'm not sure how many of us there's going to be. 4, I think, for some FIA truck racing. So some multiplayer truck racing tomorrow night, and then a couple of us for some American trucking in ATS on Friday, and then some more single player stuff Saturday lunchtime in the form of police simulator patrol officers. Did it last Saturday, carrying on this week because we now get access to a patrol car. That could only end well. Right, 5 and a bit miles to go. Just slowing it down. 70 miles an hour. Holding up trains behind me, but I don't care. To get to drive a brand new Mitsubishi Sportage. Very nice. You watch the police stream. Really liking the game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to multiplayers coming this month as well. So that'll come back when we do some multiplayer. So I'll come back on a Thursday once multiplayer's in. So Thursdays are going to pick up. What's wrong with your spelling tonight? Who knows? Trent syndrome. Right, number of lines getting more and more as we get closer and closer. I'm expecting yellows, not a Sportage, a Shogun Sport. So the little Shogun. Why do you say a Sportage? That's a Kia. Kia does the Sportage or Sportage, depending on how you're pronouncing it. You work with cars. You should know cars. Right, we've got 90 coming up now, so we're well under that. An 80 coming up, then a 65, we're under that. That's warning us of the speed limit change, so that's fine. 3 and a bit miles to go. And we will end when we get to Londinium. More trains next Wednesday. We will go somewhere abroad. Somewhere foreign. It's not little, it's taller than you. Well, you could be short. It's going to be interesting because Nico claims he's short. So it's going to be interesting in the meet-up to see who is the shortest. We know Dylan's going to be the tallest. Going on a trainee holiday. We're all going on a trainee holiday. You're 5'6". You are short. I thought I was tall at 6'2" until I met Dylan. Are you all the same height as me then, Dave? Dylan's probably about 6'11" now. Shortly arriving into King's Cross. Get your personal belongings and get off my train, you muppets. Mana mana do 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 do. Mana mana do 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 do. You haven't measured in a while. Uh-huh. Alright, we've got a 45. Coming up down here, then down to a 15. You'll be surrounded by giants. You will. Yeah, Sam's not exactly short either. I think Trent's quite short. Not that we think he's going to turn up, but, you know, he's quite short. And Ed's fairly short, but Ed probably won't turn up either. Trent's just odd. Yeah. Right. slowing down. And we didn't get any yellows on the way in. Actually, a really enjoyable run, York to London. That's warning us of the speed limit change. We have got our first yellow, so the next one is a red before we get to the platform then. That's now changed to a yellow by the looks of things. Yeah, we're all good. And in we come. Making our way slowly into King's Cross Station. See, that's why I love this train. It's just so iconic and so cool and a really enjoyable route. Go out into the evening of London. And into platform 4. And not platform 9 3/4. That's your mental age. What, 9 3/4? Is that on a good day? Is that before the carling or after the carling? Whichever. BC or AC? Still windy at King's Cross. See, that's the livery I like on that one over there. Look, that's the proper livery. None of this bloody none of this Lenore rubbish. Just run at the wall, just right there. Or this would be platform 4 3/4. So down there somewhere there'll be a wall. Just run at it, and you'll be fine. And all the train made it on the platform, which is handy because this is the end, and now the end is near. We are ready for the journey to finish. Scenario failed. Try again later. No. That's why the King is so cross. It's blowing a gale. It's blowing a gale all the way down. There we go then. We completed 4 out of 8 targets. I didn't stop at... Well, I did stop at 4 of the platform stations, things, stoppy places. But I obviously failed. 188 miles, 2 hours, 22 minutes and 44. Shame it wasn't 22 seconds. I should have been 22 seconds earlier, and that would have been better. There we go then. We will end there. Next Wednesday, we will go somewhere else in the world. That won't be America land, and it won't be the UK. Unless, of course, I forget to do that and I end up back in the UK. We'll see. I do fancy something in Germany. So we'll do that next Wednesday. Next stream then is tomorrow night, back at 6 o'clock with some FIA truck racing in the multiplayer. So that'll go well. Friday night is American trucking. Saturday lunchtime, some police simulator patrol officers. Saturday night is some golf with friends. Sunday is some farming. And then back next Tuesday with some lawn mowing simulator, which actually I had a little sort of go of it the other day. It's not as bad as you think. It's actually quite therapeutic and quite relaxing. I'll put a first look video out on Monday morning, but that'll be streamed on Tuesday, and then back next Wednesday with more trains. So thank you to you lot for keeping me company for the last nearly 2.5 hours. No one's thanking voice because I'm here all by myself, so I will run the credits. You're all saying goodbye and I haven't even gone yet. So thank you to Captain Chaos and Dylan for moderating, no Nightbot. To Sam for resubscribing, and SimHub who did some hosting. Thank you very much indeed. Back tomorrow night then, 6 o'clock for some trucks. Until then... No, I was going to say good night everybody, and I've realised I'm on my own. Until then, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching. I'd really need to get better at this.